Monomials and polynomials. It sounds terrible. I will agree with you, yes. Does anybody even know what that means? Like, I didn't know if anybody remembered these from previous classes. Monomial. You guys definitely know what mono is, right? One. Mono is the base word for one. Does anybody know the base word for poly? It represents a number. Okay, poly is the base word that represents numerous, like a number of. So down on the bottom there, it says, you know, I'd go hungry if I had nominals each day, right? The meals. Oh, you were explaining the joke to him? Yeah. That meant it fell flat if you have to explain it. The meals are terms. Okay? Like 5x. 5x is a term. If I have 5x and I have a 3, that's 2 terms. So monomial means you have one thing. There is a name for 2 things. There is a name for 3 things. And then polynomial is the name for any number of things. It's like a generic. It's a generic name that says a bunch of terms. Now on page 1, that's actually part of page 1. I didn't know if you wanted me to fill out terms with you or not, because I feel like you hate that part. Is that accurate? Okay. I'm thinking what I will do is I will fill out those terms and just put them on the front board. And then at some point during this packet, if somebody wants to copy those down into their packet, they can. If somebody, you know, just wants to see what something represents, they can. Get out of the cabinet. No. Okay, I want to start at the bottom by number of terms since I was just talking about it. Moa. No? Don't call on you? Okay, good. I was going to anyway. What do we call something with one term? Mono. Mono. Somebody wants to come in here. Oh, Cohen, we got rid of your desk. Oh, actually, what happened to his backpack? Okay. Thanks. Yep. Currently, it is pick your own seat. We'll figure out a date. We'll figure out a date where we will set the seating chart. So when you guys come into class, just kind of pick where you want to sit. This will give you a couple days to realize if you guys want to move somewhere else. Oh my goodness, I was so invested in writing down the name that I didn't realize I put it in the wrong column. The room layout is throwing me off. Okay, monomials is the name. Moa, who do you want to call on? That's probably helpful.
Oh, wait, I see it.
Okay, Jack. You should know this answer. Because I just mentioned it a minute ago. What is an example of one term? I said it out loud. I will take your answer and write it under 4 or more. So, the naming system, this is kind of what I was trying to say when I handed out the packet. Monomial, that's the word for one. Poly is the word that represents many. It does not specifically stand for 4 or more. It is a generic name that just stands for numerous. Okay, can somebody help Jack out? What is the example I said for one term? Your short-term memory has to be within a couple minutes at least, right? Oh dear. I know you guys have good short-term memories because you respond to texts all the time and remember things about them throughout the entire day. I hear about drama from texts throughout the day.
Well, we keep screenshots.
Oh, you keep screenshots because you can't remember.
You guys know.
I thought that was for proof. Oh. Macy, what's an example of one thing? A math thing. Oh dear. Yeah, I did say that one, yeah. I don't remember if it was a 5, but I know I said a number of effects. Okay. I bet somebody can guess the next name. What is the root word for 2?
That was.
Binomial?
A bicycle. Yeah.
Oh.
Binomial.
And then trinomial.
Whoa, you're giving it away. Cohen. You came back from vacation, you're just throwing out answers.
Like.
Okay, but you're absolutely correct. Now, I didn't use the example for a bike for 1 because on a bike they call it a unicycle. Because there's more than one root word that can stand for 1. A monocycle, it's not like a terrible name, but unicycle just sounds better for some reason. But yeah, bi is the word for 2, tri is the word for 3. Can somebody give me an example of binomial without me writing it? I actually did give this example out loud, just that way. No, that's not a bad thought. 25x is still just a single term. Okay, I'll write an example down. 25x plus 4.
So next one.
Okay, that's 2 terms. I'll write an example for 3. 2x squared minus 3x plus 8. That's 3 things. Here's my question. What do we use to figure out how many terms there are? There's something that separates the terms all the time. So what do we look for? Yeah. If there's a plus or a minus sign, that separates terms. Now, I think you guys naturally just look at that and know there's 3 things. And that would be fine too. But, so the number in the front does not actually count. So like the 5 on the x, the 5 is just telling you how many x's. And so they don't count that as like the number of terms or anything. A term is separated by plus and minus signs. What I think you guys should do is write that down next to classified by number of terms. Terms ooh, is it an A or an E? A? Sep A rate, I think?
Separate.
A?
Oh, it's A, he's right.
I wish I could say it was me, I'm not one that. There are quite a few words that I always pause and can never remember the one letter. Calendar has taken me many years to get that as well. It's sad, it's okay. We're all good at some things and bad at some things. I didn't write an example for polynomials. Do you need me to, or do you guys feel like you can make your own? Good. I would like you guys to try to write your own example for polynomials. Now, if you write the same term with a plus or minus sign between it, it still counts as separate terms. Like you could technically write 5x plus 5x plus 5x plus 5x.
Can we like multiply two? Like,
No.
oh,
So terms are only separated by plus or minus, which is a complicated way too. We don't want to repeat the Fortnite debacle. When Fortnite was released on the one day, he needed to play it.
Lego Fortnite.
No,
OG Fortnite.
it was OG Fortnite that he couldn't,
Yeah, see.
he couldn't hold back. Yeah, he wasn't the only one. All right. Are we okay with this? Probably. I feel like you guys are pros at this topic. All right, now we're going to go up. Classify by degree. Oh dear. Now this one is semi-logical, but not perfect. 0 degree is going to be called a constant. Linear, quadratic, cubic. Cubic is the only one of these that actually sort of makes sense because cubic is a word for 3. Fourth power is called quartic, quintic, and then 6 or more, they call it the nth degree, with the n being a number. Like 6th degree, we would just call it 6th degree. Now technically, you can use that naming system for all of them. I don't know why they don't. Like it would be super easy to just say 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd degree, 4th degree. But they don't. They come up with root words that represent it because they're trying to make your life harder. Constant is the one that most people have most trouble remembering because there's not really a good word for 0. Okay, the examples. Something that is a 0 degree or called a constant is a regular number. A plane number is actually going to be called a constant for all of your math classes here on out. Like in Algebra 2, in Pre-Calc, in Calc 1, in AP Stats, in AP Calc 2. If they ever have something that is referred to as a number, they call it a constant. Ricky, you're on your phone?
No. Sure. Phone's in my bag.
All right. Linear. Jack. Focus. You were talking to Mola. Linear is going to be 1st power. We're going to call this 2x. Okay, Jack, my actual question from this though. Do you remember what the power is on a letter when the power isn't shown? You should, we just took a test on it. And you did well on that test, so you should know this. Lamar, help him out. What's the power when there's no power shown? 1.
Bro, how does he know what?
Perfect. Okay, if there's no power shown, it's first power. That ties together with first degree. Quadratic, second power equation. What power am I gonna write on that?
1.
2. See the 2 over there? I'm gonna write a couple examples. Actually, I shouldn't put a 2 just for sake of, I wrote 2 examples there. I don't know if this helps. Maybe I'll write some examples for cubic. I'll put this line to separate examples. On the cubic, I wrote 3 different examples. Quartic, I'll probably only write one because I don't only have that much space. 9 plus, Reagan, give me a number.
3x to the 4th.
Oh, okay, you were giving me all sorts of information. Okay, good. Taylor, give me a number, just a number. 7. Juliana?
4.
4. I don't know what you're talking about. Andy, I need another number.
7.
Okay, so I wrote a big, huge, long equation there. We need somebody smart to help us out.
Right here, right?
Oh, we got a volunteer, all right. Okay, Gessler.
Wait, no.
Gessler, you literally said right here.
No, I said right here.
Oh, no, you can't volunteer somebody else. Gessler, here's what I wrote down. I wrote 9 plus 3x to the 4th minus 7x cubed plus 4x plus 7x squared. If my question to you, how come I knew to classify this as a fourth degree equation? How come I knew that all 3 of these examples were 3rd degree equations? How come I knew that these 2 examples were 2nd degree equations? How come I knew this was going to be called a 1st degree equation, a 0 degree equation?
The highest power is.
Perfect. The highest power written tells you how you classify it. So up by where it says classify by degree, what the heck? The highest power in an equation, actually I shouldn't call it an equation, I should call it expression's a great one. Who said that one?
Oh.
That's a good one.
Well, you're not one.
That is not luck. You can't just randomly pick a word and then say it's luck. There are a lot of words to pick. Okay, so it doesn't matter how many plus and minus signs it has. It doesn't matter how many things are written, terms. Oh, that looks super bad.
What is something, the degree?
An expression. Classifies itself.
Okay, yeah, that's.
Oh, that looks worse. Classifies itself. Basically, the highest power written is how you classify it. So, when you name something, name an expression, there are two different names. One name says the highest power, one name says how many things there are, how many terms there are. Okay, that's it for today.
So the highest number, the highest power.
Highest power, highest power.
Classifies as degree.
Yes.